So, Tuesday, the 21st of April. Yeah, you can't really even say time flies, can you? Because it's not. Today's been a nice day. I haven't seen any of it outside the four walls, really. It's been a bitty day. Lots of things to do. Was teaching at various points throughout the day, so I think I've taught like for 3 hours at various points today. So that was good. So had my 2 high school kids today, so that was good. Their first lesson since lockdown. So obviously with working in a school and doing this kind of teaching, you have to have certain protocols, safeguarding and things in place. And of course that takes time because this is an unprecedented situation. It's never happened before, so nothing like this has ever had to be organised. So it's been quite interesting. Teaching via Microsoft Teams. Good platform actually. I quite like it. It seems to have a better signal than Zoom. Because I taught both ways today. I had Zoom and Microsoft Teams. And I've also discovered, rather randomly, and I really don't know why it's not occurred to me before now, but I've discovered that upstairs has a better Wi-Fi signal than downstairs. The router is literally the other side of this door, yet I have a better signal in the upstairs room that is at the back of the house. So there we go. So that was interesting. I was teaching in my, what shall we call it? Junk room, I guess. A glorified, what will be a glorified craft room / drum room / office space. Which I'm still in the process of sorting out, as with the rest of the house. But that in particular, I think once I can get that sorted, that'll be brilliant, because that will be my pure office space then. And then downstairs will be my workshop where I can just concentrate on all the repair stuff that comes in. So yeah, so that was nice. Both my kids said that they'd missed having lessons, so that was nice, and that they enjoyed them. They were quite excited about having an online lesson. So that's all positive feedback. And they did really well. Yeah, so because it's been a busy day, it's also meant that I could fit a couple of other things in amongst other study and stuff. Finally managed to get Rod's Seeds daily warm up with Just Flutes at 2 o'clock on a weekday on YouTube, so that was good. Had a couple of interesting points that I did write down, one of them being about technique, and I can't find, which has annoyed me, but I know I've written it down somewhere, because I thought it was a very valid point. It was something about practicing your technique in the way that you're going to play. Can't remember. I'll try and find it, and if I can, I'll link it in the comments. Or if Rod actually watches this, he can say himself. Then had choir. Gareth Malone's Great British Home Chorus. That was really good fun. I really would advocate singing, or playing music, anything, because music is such good therapy. It really is good therapy. It has that feel-good factor. So we're all probably struggling. I know it's been a rough start to the week for me. For week 5 of lockdown, you just can't get too ahead of yourself, because I think you can what if until the cows come home, and it's not really going to change anything, because the powers that be don't have a clue of what's going on, do they? Because they can't. It's a virus, and it's mutating and affecting people in all sorts of ways, and businesses, and we just have to wait and see, don't we? But it's making the best of the situation. while we can, trying to be patient and don't think too far ahead. Just try and concentrate on the next couple of days, because it does get a bit too much to handle, I think. And it's music as well. It's that you time. Or with any hobby, I suppose. Any hobby that you have. If you're of card making, running, cycling, whatever it might be, you're focused on that particular activity. Therefore, you're giving your brain and your mental energy another focus, which gives you a little bit of, I suppose it recharges your batteries, doesn't it? So it's that kind of, I suppose, mindfulness, isn't it? Even listening to one of those, there's a few, well, there's probably hundreds of the mindful videos on YouTube, and other channels are available, which I know I found useful over the past 6 months to a year. Just occasionally, if I'm having a really stressy time, it's just like, oh, okay, I can do this. So I have to recommend something like that. Listen to some soothing music, do something, but don't sit and stare at the four walls in silence, because, wow, that really is cabin fever. So that was today. Tomorrow is going to be a day where I'm going to get stuck. I'm going to put some really loud music on, well, within reason. Probably Runrig, because Runrig or Pete Wogfairies, I always find that I get really motivated. So it's probably going to be a Runrig day tomorrow, and get stuck into sorting out some of my office area, which will be good, I think. And obviously film the vlog, whatever else. Today's piece is not what I was going to do. I never really have an idea of what I'm going to do until I start playing. I don't think, oh, I must do that in particular. I do have a few things that I want to do, but it's how I feel, I think. I've not had much time to properly practice today because it's been such a bitty day. So I got out some of my, and yes, I'm a big kid, I got out some of my Disney books. You can't beat a bit of Disney, can you, really? And was having a play through, and I thought this particular song just was really good for today. So if anyone's a Frozen fan, which I am, love Frozen, it's Let It Go. And the words are quite appropriate for now, I think. Talks about a kingdom of isolation, doesn't it? And I think that's probably how we all feel, that there's lots of silence, especially if you're living by yourself. It says about a kingdom of isolation, and it looks like I'm the queen. And then it's all about just let it go. So if you're having a bad day, just scream at the top of your lungs. Just let it all go. Don't hold it in. And that's okay. Sometimes we all need to do that. It's okay to do that. But talk to someone. Don't try and hold it in. If you're feeling isolated, if you're feeling low, for whatever reason, the situation's really getting to you, which is totally understandable, then talk to somebody. Just tell them that you're having a bad time, that you need a bit of encouragement. But if you don't tell people, they are not going to know. They're not going to know how to help you. Even if they can't physically help you at the moment, they can give you a nice text or something, can't they? So I thought Let It Go would be quite topical. So I've had fun playing through it. I don't know what the neighbours think of having Let It Go on full blast, but that's just tough, isn't it? There are a couple of page turns, So you may see me darting forward at some point. Hopefully they will be successful page turns. If not, well, enjoy the laugh. So yeah, let it go. So, let it go. Enjoy the rest of your evening or morning, afternoon by the time this gets out. Take care and try and stay positive. Stay safe. Stay at home. Bye. See you tomorrow.